Hello, namaste, and yes, welcome back to another brand new episode of ChiyaGuff. This is me, Smarika, and with me today I have an amazing personality sitting right next to me. She is someone who is well known for helping people, guiding people, healing people, and whatnot. Yes, before I introduce her to you guys, let's take a short tea break. We will be right back after that. Welcome back. So, sitting right next to me, it's Aparna paudyal. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Smarika. Thank you so much.
She is well known for tarot card reading, as you guys can see it right there. Tarot card reading. She's a healer. She does podcasts and whatnot. I know that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let's start with a cup of tea.
All right. Sure.
Sorry.
Oh, I love black tea. Black tea, oh?
Oh, you love it?
Yeah.
Thank God. I am not a tea or coffee kind of person though, Tara. But yeah.
No, you're running the show. ChiyaGuff.
Oh, what's keeping you busy these days? What are you up to?
Recently, I was working with an organization, podcast production. So we were working on issues related to politics, governance, economy. On a podcast, the basis production. It's just been a week. Then I've been busy with other podcasts. Yeah, and I've been doing tarot reading, and event management as well. Something people don't know about. I do events as well. So yeah.
Oh my God, that's a lot. You've got a lot in your plate.
Yeah.
Starting off with, I found this really very interesting. And also, not just tarot card reading, or involved. So, apart from everything, professionally, personally, who is Aparna?
Aparna is someone who just knows that the world will be a better place if you just have so much love to give, I believe in the power of love, and I don't know more. Kosto manche banda empath bhancha ni. For me, there's a solution to everything, and it comes from within, and patience, calmness, and just loving someone. Sweet words, you have power of words bhancha ni, and your words are so powerful that it changes man's life. So I think that's me, I'm a very happy-go-lucky person, yeah.
I could sense that. You instantly vibe and you have that energy with you.
Also.
How do you keep that up? Because being a healer, sometimes sometimes you get into a zone where you need healing for yourself as well. What do you do at those times?
That's so true, actually. I'm glad you know about it, There's a saying that a healer needs more healing than anybody, right? It's exhausting, overwhelming, but I think I've practiced that enough, because I practice meditation, I do lots of inner work. I get overwhelmed when I'm happy, and all of a sudden, heaviness feel. When I do reading or healing and stuff, emotions feel. But in the end, everything is temporary. My mantra is nothing lasts forever. So our emotions are temporary, it'll go away. So just this too shall pass, and just be happy.
Beginning, when you were talking about what you do, you even mentioned podcast where you talk about politics and everything. Oiliko case ko scenario political literacy youth the level it should be perspective people who are directly involved family directly involved genuine interest political literacy mass political literacy how do you take it like from your surface level, from your knowledge?
I think as a कुनै पनि countryको nationals, or voting rights पाउने एउटा certain age मा पुग्छौं, we have to be aware of countryको politics, के भइराछ, कस्तो भइराछ, foreign policy and everything. It's for us, अनि if youngsters are not aware about it अनि कहिले चाहिँ change ल्याउने त कहिले चाहिँ हामी development मा पुग्ने त so I think everyone should be keen and त्यो interest देखाउनु पर्यो के it's not, politics is not always dirty भन्दा पनि what's the core idea behind politics how it works and what can I contribute भनेर I think every youngsters need to have that realization जस्तो लाग्छ
त्यही त I always wonder about this के किनभने politics भनेको कुरा यस्तो हो जहाँ चाहिँ not everyone develops interest on their own हैन but तर knowledge त हुनुपर्छ नि त हाम्रो देशमा कतिजना सांसद छन् कति खाली सोशलको एक्जाममा प्रदेश कतिवटा छ भनेर लेख्नलाई मात्र कि एटलिस्ट इन्फर्मेसन फ्लो चाहिँ राम्रो हुनुपर्ने हो कि एजुकेसनल लेभलदेखि नै भने चाहिँ हेज बिन लाइक अलवेज माई थिङ बिकज आई एम नट एकदमै अवेर अबाउट पोलिटिक्स when it comes to I need to like take a step back because I don't know much about it but since you're directly involved in that and I was really curious okay, what can actually
I've learned a lot actually मलाई पनि खासै धेरै आइडिया थिएन but it was a very insightful experience मेरो लागि पनि you know directly understanding reading through those research papers and being behind the production team and everything it was like okay यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ you know and we've got so much to learn and expand our knowledge भनेर
couple of minutes knowing you I feel like you're someone who loves reading knowing more exploring and आफूलाई push गर्ने एकदमै मन पराउनुहुन्छ जस्तो is it that way
yeah
oh my god that's really very interesting मान्छे भएपछि सधैँ केही न केही कुरा सिकिराख्नुपर्छ त्यो एउटा जस्ट चाहिँ भइराख्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ क्या मलाई पनि
I'm a curious kid I think you're as well हैन र I feel like you're also a curious person
I'm still lost I'm somewhere there भन्नु पर्यो अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ let's head on towards our first clip अहिलेको लागि let's head on towards the first clip we will be right back after that
म महिला पनि हैन म पुरुष पनि हैन मेरो आफ्नो जैविक लिङ्ग चाहिँ फरक छ समाजले चाहिँ मलाई एक्सेप्ट नगरिरहेको अवस्था छ म खुसी छैन
म 18 वर्षको मेरो घर चाहिँ रोल्पा जिल्लामा हाल अहिले गरेर गेस्टसँग झगडा परेर छोड्दे
यही सङ्घर्ष र दुःखको जीवन बिताएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि
पैसा नभएपछि यस्तो दिन पनि हुँदो रहेछ है भने हामी रुन्छौँ क्या कति घरमा यस्तो दिन पनि आउँदो रहेछ है मम्मी भनेर रुन्छौँ मैले छोड्दै हो क्या
Wow, stories. You love telling stories? Yeah. Okay, so anything specific as such, यस्तो खालको stories चाहिँ मलाई बाहिर ल्याउन मन लाग्छ. Some people they are so much about unheard stories. कसैलाई चाहिँ सबैजनाको आफ्नो आफ्नो एउटा इन्ट्रेस्ट हुन्छ. What's your forte?
मलाई चाहिँ I'm an artist. I paint as well. So I love doing everything. I like to create things. I mean, for me, or a blank canvas I love to paint it in different colors. Especially अहिले भर्खरै देखाएको भिडियो चाहिँ मेरो YouTube channel को. I started it before COVID. अनि मेरो idea behind your specific video was मलाई you know जो मान्छेहरुको voice छैन नि उनीहरुको voice of the voiceless भएर चाहिँ I wanted to bring out their stories के हरेक हाम्रो for example LGBT community देखि लिएर underprivileged देखि लिएर you know street vendors हरु देखि लिएर अब underage young women हरु जो हुन्छ नि illegally हजुरको यो डान्स पार्ट देखि कता कता काम गराएर हुन्छ हैन त्यो डार्क स्टोरीज हरुलाई चाहिँ बाहिर निकालेर maybe people need to be more aware अनि उनीहरुको life कस्तो भइराछ के भइराछ they have a story to tell right and I just wanted to give them a space and just be their voice
यो सबै गरिराख्नु हुँदाखेरि कसरी how did it touch your life के lesson learn गर्नुभयो because when you talk to people धेरै मान्छेहरुको कथा व्यथा सुन्दै गएपछि धेरै कुरा आफूले पनि सिकिन्छन् आफ्नो दुःख पनि सानै रहेछ उनीहरुको लागि जस्तो पनि हुन्छ नि त यहाँले चाहिँ पर्सनली चाहिँ के सिक्नु भयो यो सबै गरिराख्नु हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ
सबैजनाको स्टोरीहरु सुन्दा हेर्दा बुझ्दा अनि behind the camera बसेर उहाँहरुको स्टोरी उहाँहरुले भन्दाखेरि त आँखाबाट जुन आँसु झर्छ नि it's like it's super real you know अनि मैले सिकेको भनेको चाहिँ I think we have to count the blessings that we're born here हैन अनि regardless of हामी privileged छौँ छैन हैन, being alive is so beautiful. अनि you know, you just make the best out of it. If you're happy, तिम्रो surrounding पनि happy हुन्छ. अनि do good deeds, you know, you come here with a purpose, okay? Don't waste your time once.
फेरि you need to choose to be happy. कसैले आएर खुसी हो भनेर दिने हैन, खाना हैन. So yeah, you need to choose to be happy, and whatever you're doing is amazing. किनभने when you bring out stories from people, you bring out stories that they feel heard, उनीहरुको कुराहरु कोही सुन्दिने मान्छे छ, केही भइराछ, something good is going to happen. भनेर सेन्सले गर्दाखेरि पनि it gives different kind of energy to people, and that's amazing whatever you're doing right now. I hope you continue doing that, and it brings more beautiful changes in a lot of people's life. So yeah, सानैदेखि के यहाँ यस्तै खालकोहरु थियो, यस्तै नेचर थियो यहाँको, empathetic, curious. How were you like a child?
म एकदमै स्कुल टाइममा चाहिँ के हुन्थ्यो भन्दाखेरि we had a group of girls हैन, अनि ब्याक बेन्चर्सहरु, स्कुल बसमा पनि ब्याक बेन्चर्स, सबलाई थर्काउने, we were like हामी डन हो टाइपको एटिट्युड, you know, but at the same time I was the sweetest one, I guess, you know, always making sure everybody is all right. अनि साथीहरुको
एउटा motherly instinct खालको.
That's what my friends call me अहिले पनि. अनि म ग्रेड 6-7 मा हुँदा पनि साथीको मामुहरुले के कस्तो म्याच्योर छ, कस्तो वाइज छ, अनि मसँग कहीँ गयो भने सबै साथीहरुलाई allow गर्ने के. So I think I built that trust बच्चैदेखि, where they were like, if it's Aparna, then okay, we can like trust her भनेर. Yeah.
Wow. So आफूलाई हेर्दाखेरि आफू त्यस्तै छु जस्तो लाग्छ कि हैन, अलिकति I'm not like that. किनभने कति बेलामा मान्छेहरु तारिफ गर्दा म साच्चै त्यस्तो छु र हुन्छ नि. Do you feel that way sometimes?
I do, but early recent days a few years, 2-3 years I think now I'm more content with what I am. पहिला चाहिँ अलिकति कसैले भन्यो भने पनि हैन होला, मान्छेले मलाई किन यस्तो भन्यो हुन्थ्यो. अहिले चाहिँ I'm just like, yeah, maybe, you know, I've evolved so much as a person in few years time. I'm okay to receive any form of criticism or compliment or whatever, and I embrace it. So yeah, I think I'm proud to look at myself in the mirror as well.
This comment or compliment को कुरा गर्नु त्यसले कतिको हुन्छ नि अफेक्ट गर्छ यहाँलाई कहिलेकाहीँ?
Not much actually. Not much.
You gradually build गर्नु भएको हो कि what was it like?
You know, I think म जुन एजमा छु अहिले, it's the years of experience, life lessons, good and the bad. त्यसले मोल्ड गरेर चाहिँ I've become this person जस्तो लाग्छ. And the most important thing that we have to know is forgiveness is so important. You have to forgive yourself for the things that you've done to yourself, Banas. You know what I'm trying to say? I think it sounds very vague, but at the same time, ekdam tiniest कुरा हो के यो. Forgiveness is so important because it makes you move forward in life. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah, true. The more you forgive, I don't know you can forget or not, but forgiveness is the key to be happy.
Yeah.
If you keep dwelling on your past, it's not going to take you anywhere. So on that positive note, we're heading on for a commercial break. We will be right back after that. Welcome back after that commercial break. Is this a रातभरि अहिले नयाँ सिरिज आइरहेको रहेछ नि नेटफ्लिक्समा वेन्सडे.
Oh, I've watched that.
I was watching that हैन सिरिज, अनि त्यसमा छ नि त्यो के भन्छ एडम्सले चाहिँ त्यो क्रिस्टल बलमा कुरा गर्छ नि, अनि त्यसपछि I was watching your interview as well, and you do the crystal ball thing, and I was so curious के हुँदो रहेछ यो भनेर. What is it like?
मेरो पनि crystal ball छ हैन. म चाहिँ usually the meditation मा practice गर्छु, plus crystal gazing, visualization practice, just like tarot reads जुन म shuffle गरेर cardsहरु reading गर्छु. I'm practicing crystal ball मा पनि gaze गरेर visualize गर्न imagesहरुको signsहरुलाई, you know, interpretation गर्न. So that's how we do it. That's how, and फेरि storytelling गर्ने हो के त्यसबाट पनि.
Oh my God.
So it's a technique.
I'm listening to so many movies and everything ma the crystal ball that actually happens.
Oh, it happens in your mind actually, you know.
Okay.
If you for example कुनै wall मा एउटा point मा you keep staring, you know, not like stare like a gaze भन्छ के. You have to go deep within. How do I say? Not third eye ले हेर्ने भनौं कि अब you just have to get inside the point of focus, right? And then mind you start having all the visualization. The crystal ball, it's a glass, right? Not glass, it's a crystal, right? And this one, you'll see images and lights disperse bhayera reflections and the prism form bhayera
fascinated
then you'll now look for the signs and you try to decode those signs and those images and just interpret it.
So you love wearing crystals as
yeah,
well?
I do.
How does it help? Like, ke kurama help garcha? What is it like?
So sabai crystals haruko आफ्नै meaning छ अनि आफ्नै purpose छ, right? मेरो चाहिँ most of the crystals that I wear or I use are gifts given by friends and other people. म रुद्राक्ष पनि लाउँछु, त्यो चाहिँ भित्र छ हैन. Basically because I do energy work, reading is all about energy, aura reading and stuff, right? अनि म chakra healing पनि गर्छु. I've done the course to do chakra healing. Now I want to learn crystal healing too. Crystals ले चाहिँ हाम्रो energy like protect गर्छ अनि you know, the reason I wear rose quartz or amethyst is just to receive love and give love, you know, no negativity around me. It's to balance things actually. About negative and positive duita exist garcha, you know, that's yin and yang. Tara, how do we balance भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ I think and I believe that these things help.
Oh wow, that's really interesting because यहाँले tarot card reading चाहिँ properly सिकेर गर्नु भएको चाहिँ होइन नि त. It was your instinct, it came out of you. अनि what triggered you? किनभने सबैको एउटा हुन्छ नि clicking point हुन्छ नि त. What clicked you that inclined you towards हुन्छ नि मलाई चाहिँ I want to be a healer, I want to get into this, so I really loved your logic of I want to receive love and I want to give love. You're very honest about it because love is something people don't open up honestly about, you know, and that's so genuine of you. When did you actually got clicked like you want to get into this? This is something I want to do.
I think मलाई यो कुराहरुमा universe को power, you know, there's something that exists beyond हामीले believe गर्ने science and maths or plus God. So मैले चाहिँ religion लाई कसरी define गर्छु भन्दा कुनै पनि specific religion लाई मैले follow गर्छु भन्ने छैन के. I'm more like I believe in a divine power अनि सबै religion ले चाहिँ त्यो power लाई चाहिँ एउटा God को नाम दिएको. For me, that's how I look at it, you know.
I can relate to that.
People stay in discipline or a community form हुन्छ. And certain boundaries ma mancheru boscha. So for me there is some kind of big energy thing who's taking care of us, or you know, we're a part of it. So हामी एउटा ठुलो vast ocean ko एउटा water drop just there, okay? So I think we're a part of that energy. Where was I?
Oh my god, we were talking about energies and everything. So this is really interesting. मलाई चाहिँ हुन्छ नि अर्को जस्तो यो tarot card मै जाम हैन. So can you spread that for once?
All right.
हरेक card को different meaning
also.
अनि त्यसपछि if I am the one who's selecting त्यो card को same meaning हुन्छ or like, so show me any card and could you just like tell us like के भयो भने कस्तो हुन्छ खालको?
अब readings हरुको type हुन्छ, different spread हुन्छ हैन. Usually first my general reading गर्छु म. So your readings are usually to understand you as a person, what happened in your past, what's going around and what's going to happen. It's not like specific timro past or timro present or timro future banda pani it's about
it's not astrology. It's a completely different
astrology pani can be incorporated. There's astrology is very vague. I don't want to get into astrology because I am more into energy reading. Yeah, I've done few research, but let the experts
so we can say that to alikati different or you completely different or one
completely pani, and I think they're related but
connected
approach is different. Approach is different. Okay, so you can just draw like
anything. You just pull it yourself.
No, I want you to pull one card.
That's so scary.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Okay, so Knight of Wands, this is just one card draw gareko, and I'm not actually doing your reading. I just want to interpret it because this is not your reading. This will more properly, you know, I'll ask you to draw and stuff. But for example, Knight of Wands ayo. Knight of Wands le usually cards ma elements haru huncha ke, and different elements haru le हाम्रो life को different phases haruलाई represent गर्छ. कुनैले wishes, कुनैले plan of action, कुनै चाहिँ हामीले receive गरेको rewards र हामीले collect गरेको assets. So there are different kind of cards, right? So Knight of Wands ले अहिले generally मैले explain गर्नुपर्दा कि important letter या information यहाँले receive गरेको हुनुपर्छ कि त गर्नेवाला हुनुहुन्छ या somebody is coming with a very important message for you or a letter giving you information regarding something amazing happening in your life. So yeah.
Okay. So यही कार्ड चाहिँ अब suppose कसै अरूले रिसिभ गर्नु भने it's not necessary कि त्यो same reading हुन्छ. What is it?
अब रिडिङ गर्दाखेरि युजुअली म एउटा मात्र कार्ड ड्र गर्दिनँ नि त सो डिपेन्ड्स अन म कुन रिडिङ गरिरहेको छु कसको रिडिङ गरिरहेको छु नि इन्टरप्रिटेसन कम्प्लिटली डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ युजुअली सबै ट्यारो रिडर्सहरूको आफ्नै स्टाइल हुन्छ आफ्नै स्प्रेड हुन्छ बट आई डोन्ट गो बाई द रुल्स आई डु वाट एभर comes in my head or in my heart, you know, whatever I feel or whatever images that comes in my head when I'm reading the card. So
the images, I wanted to get into that actually, starting off from that. Just so my card draw show do you visualize things or how does it actually work? Just so key formula just your card you draw यो हुन्छ भन्ने खालको एउटा सेट एउटा कार्डको मिनिङ हुन्छ कि when you hold it you feel or you get some energy.
So for example हरेक कार्डको डिफरेन्ट नेम हुन्छ अनि हरेक कार्डको पास्टमा के डिफाइन गर्छ यसले प्रेजेन्टलाई के गर्छ फ्युचरलाई के गर्छ करियरमा के हो लभ लाइफमा के हो यु नो सबै एस्पेक्टको डिफरेन्ट मिनिङ हुन्छ कि सो देयर आर लाइक thousands and thousands of books that are related to tarot reading हरेक कार्डको मिनिङ त्यो पनि स्टडी गर्नु पर्यो फर्स्टमा त्यसपछि अर्को टेक्निक इज लाइक इमेज हेरेर यु स्टार्ट टु इन्टरप्रेट इट वाट यु फिल अबाउट द इमेज फर इक्जाम्पल यसमा एउटा मान्छे हर्समा छ मुभ गरिरहेछ सो वाट डु यु फिल और हाउ क्यान यु स्टोरी हाउ क्यान यु लाइक टेल अ स्टोरी यो इमेजलाई हेरेर अब एउटा मान्छे छ त्यो हर्समा छ अब यु हेभ टु यु नो इट्स लाइक अ मेटाफोर नाउ यु हेभ टु डिकोड हाउ कुड द्याट बी रिलेटेड टु सम वान्स लाइफ के रेलेभेन्स छ त अब हर्समा भएको मान्छे आइरहेछ हाउ डु यु लाइक यु नो इन्टरप्रेट द्याट थिङ सो इट्स नट जस्ट अबाउट कार्ड लिएर कोही अब समबडी हुज अ बिगिनर कार्ड लिएर हेरेर अनि इन्टरप्रेट गरेर हुँदैन यु हेभ टु हेभ अ थरो स्टडी अफ कुन कार्ड के हो अनि युजुअली चाहिँ कुन कार्ड कुन प्लानेट्सहरूसँग कुन एलिमेन्ट्ससँग कनेक्टेड छ यु नो प्लस कुन जोडियाक साइन देयर आर लाइक सो मेनी थिङ्स द्याट यु हेभ टु स्टडी एन्ड
oh my god that's really very complex.
It's fun though.
Yeah, because there is this new trend on TikTok that people buy tarot cards and they do things on their own so it just sometimes causes chaos आफ्नै किसिमको इन्टरप्रिटेसन हुन्छ and I used to wonder कि कुनै कार्ड निकाल्दाखेरि मैले निकालेर यहाँलाई दिए भने will you feel some kind of energy त्यो according you would give out the message or what is it gonna be like but कहिलेकाहीँ यस्तो पनि भएको छ होला it's been like what 5 years you've been doing this
almost yeah
so त्यो यो सबै जर्नीमा यो सबै यहाँले गरिराख्नु भएको बेलामा कुनै पय यस्तो केसेस पनि आयो होला जहाँ चाहिँ कुनै यस्तो कुराहरू हुन्छ जुन भन्न मिल्दैन नि कतिजनाको चाहिँ अब म चाहिँ मेरो लभ लाइफसँग रिलेटेड यहाँसँग केही कुरा गर्न आइरहेको छ एन्ड भेरी होपफुल कि राम्रै हुन्छ भनेर आइरहेको छु बट देयर इज नो होप रे कि अनि आई क्यान नट हियर द्याट आइ एम नट रेडी टु हियर द्याट भने त आई क्यान नट टेक इट नि त सो कस्तो कस्तो सिचुएसन्सहरू फेस गर्नुभएको छ हाउ हेभ यु ट्याकल्ड अनि कुनै एउटा यस्तो इन्सिडेन्ट द्याट यु वुड लभ टु सेयर
yeah of course एकदम धेरै स्टोरिजहरू छ if I talk about this usually I have to be you know I can't be brutally honest हैन मैले त्यो कुरालाई अलिकति मिलाएर अलिकति टोन डाउन गरेर choice of words मैले अघि नै पनि भनेको थिएँ it matters a lot so usually जो मसँग रिडिङ गर्न आउनुहुन्छ उहाँहरू already vulnerable हुनुहुन्छ कि they are already seeking help हैन अनि मैले उहाँहरूलाई जे भने पनि मेरो अगाडि कार्ड छ र म रिड गरेको छु नि they'll take मेरो every words के so I have to be so careful about what I tell them and how I tell them. I tell them honestly what's going around, but I make sure I make them calmer as well and I give them the strength that you're able to like, you know, deal with this and don't worry, like you'll be all right. So it's a tough way of dealing with people, but at the same time you feel like now you're responsible about their emotions के अनि कुन impact कसरी इम्प्याक्ट गर्छ मैले भनेको कुरा भनेर it's really scary but yeah, it's fun now I think it's all right
यहाँले अघिसम्म रिड गर्नु भएकोमा आफैलाई नै एकदमै टफ लागेको हुन्छ नि माइ गॉड चाहिँ this person is going through this भनेर माइ लाग्छ नि कहिलेकाहीँ अरूलाई त्यस्तो खालको कुनै रिडिङ have you ever done that
एकदमै धेरै भएको छ this is more like somebody अब I don't know I should be talking about it but कसैलाई मैले directly भनेको छैन नि त the thing is like I have talked to people who've like attempted multiples त्यो हुन्छ नि suicide and stuff or somebody going through abuse or केही कुराको victim you know अनि यस्तो personal stories हरू हुन्छ उहाँहरुको and they've come to me for help you know and कसैको usually marriage एकदमै बिग्रिरा हुन्छ कसैको career कसैको family एकदमै extreme level को emotions हरूसँग deal गर्नुपर्छ I've stayed with मेरो clientsहरुसँग for hours and hours whole day बसेर उहाँहरुसँगै खाएर you know I try to be their best friend त्यो मोमेन्टमा so they can open up maybe मैले feel गरेको कुरा चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो जेनेरेसनमा अहिले especially हैन there are lots of people who listen to you but there are merely few people who actually hear you from you know it's so difficult to be heard so I make sure they feel heard okay and I think that's enough कति difficult situation if you feel like you're being heard and somebody is there who actually validates your feelings त्यसले एकदम empower गर्छ I think that's how it works अहिलेसम्म
फेरि यो चुज पनि गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ wisely who you're sharing with किनभने you pour your heart and soul out तर सुन्ने मान्छेले is just listening for the sake of it भने त काम पनि भएन नि so I say this very often कि मान्छेले भन्छ नि communication is the key I don't think communication comprehension is the key
exactly
सुनेर त्यो कुरा कसैले realize गरेर बुझ्दिदै नबुझ्ने हो भने त भित्तामा गएर बोले गरेर के काम होइन न so yeah we will be talking more about this अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ we gotta head on towards another clip we will be right back after that unspoken stories oh my god सुन्दाखेरि नै कस्तो heavy sound गर्ने के
है
oh my god you must have heard a lot of stories beautiful stories tragic stories अघि हामी कुरा गर्दै थियौं नि कसैको एकदम heart wrenching हुन्छ होला must have affected you in so many ways positive way negative way कति धेरै affect गरेछ होला है
definitely yeah the way how I look at life को त्यो हुन्छ नि एउटा मेरो view about the world नै change ma feel हुन्छ आफैलाई पनि
यहाँले नि आफूलाई blessed feel गर्नुहुन्छ कि एउटा adjective आफूलाई दिनु पर्यो भने चाहिँ म lucky छु म blessed छु कुनै पनि एउटा adjective दिनु पर्यो नि के adjective
I feel blessed you know I feel blessed for being what I am अहिलेसम्म whenever I look back मेरो past मा I think मलाई के पनि कुराको regret छैन अनि त्यो regret नहुनु is also maybe feeling of being blessed you know and yeah
फेरि हामी यस्तो सोसाइटीमा मा बिलोङ गर्छौं हैन जहाँ चाहिँ if you have हुन्छ नि एउटा super power भन्छ म चाहिँ यसलाई because this is super power you get instincts and you help people you guide people that's a super power because it's not an easy job when you do that different people see you in a different way के फरक मान्छेको फरक विचारधारणा हुन्छ कसैले चाहिँ ओहो उबाट चाहिँ टाढै बस्नुपर्छ के गर्छ के थाहा हैन यस्तो मान्छेहरुको भर हुँदैन भन्ने खालको पनि हुन्छ कसैले चाहिँ भेट्यो कि मलाई हेल्प चाहियो जस्तो हुन्छ नि फ्यामिलीमा डाक्टर भयो कि ए आउनु भयो मेरो हेर्नु न कहिलेदेखि यो भइराछ खालको हुन्छ नि एकदम यहाँको एक्सपीरियन्स कस्तो भएको छ
so म भन्छु एउटा एक्सपिरियन्स म रमाइलो पनि गर्ने मान्छे हो इट्स नट जस्ट द्याट जहिले म एकदम यस्तै गरी बस्छु आई गो अराउन्ड आई डु पार्टी आई वर्क आई डु एभ्रिथिङ आई लिभ लाइक अ नर्मल ह्युमन बिङ राइट सो ट्यारो रिड गर्दा म एकछिनलाई डिफ्रेन्ट जोनमा आउँछु अनि अगेन आइम ब्याक टु बिङ वाट आई एम एज अ पर्सन सो म एकचोटि साथीहरूसँग पार्टी गर्न गएको थिएँ होइन अनि देयर वर फ्यु पिपल अब हामी क्लबमा थियो राइट अनि म आफ्नै सुरमा थिएँ म्युजिक थियो अनि आई वाज इन्जोइङ अनि समवन कम्स टु मी होइन अपर्णा प्लिज मेरो रिडिङ गरिदिनु न अरे कि रातिको अब 11 बजीतिर राइट अनि आई वाज लाइक यसरी हेरेँ किन प्लिज डु माई रिडिङ मेरो ह्यान्ड रिडिङ भन्यो होइन अनि आइम लाइक वाउ हुन्छ नि यहाँ यो सिनमा पनि यु एक्सपेक्ट मी टु डु अ रिडिङ अनि आई वाज लाइक हुन्छ नि अब त्यो I just joke around and म जिस्केर I just avoid it, but people think just because I'm a tarot reader means हुन्छ नि ल you're a tarot reader, right? मलाई हेर्नुभयो, but say something about me. Let's see if you can do it. And I'm like, bro, I don't do that.
And I don't need to prove you all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So there are weird encounters.
There are people. Oh my god. Some people are like that and you cannot do anything about it. You should take it very lightly. On that note, we're heading on towards a short commercial break. We will be right back after that. Alright, welcome back. म पुरा बत्तीसी देखाएर हाँसिरहेको थिएँ because I was sharing one of my experiences regarding tarot card reading. So yeah, let's do one more reading, right?
Okay.
Let's go for like another one, and you share something with me.
Okay. You want to draw one more card?
Okay, so I'll draw this one. I am very lazy. मलाई अगाडि देखाउँछु फेरि लिने बानी छ.
Okay. Chariot छ. Movement of residence or journey. So according to your भर्खर draw गरेको card हैन, I think you'll have a victory over a situation or a problem if you move out from your residency or the place of तिम्रो अहिले बसिरहेको ठाउँ. That's for a change, and if you really want that change, you have to move out. Okay, you're traveling or you're shifting to new house or career ko new planning or going somewhere आफू बसिरहेको regular spot भन्दा that'll help you have a victory over a situation. So that's like
that's
a guidance. Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you ever do your own tarot card reading? No. That's not possible alive.
But people do it, People do it, but for me, I believe कि if I start doing मेरो आफ्नो reading, I'll be biased, because I know everything about myself. And I prefer not to complicate anything that's, किन गर्नु, ठिकै छ नि. I think for me, especially, I've never done tarot reading with anybody, अब कसैले कोही फ्रेन्ड्सहरूले म गर्दिउँ भनेको डिफ्रेन्ट कुरा हो, but serious नोटमा चाहिँ मैले किन गरेको छैन भने I want my life to be a surprise के मलाई सबै कुरा स्योर भएर गर्ने मन लाग्दैन. What's the beauty of life if you're always what's happening,
True.
I think I live, I'm a spontaneous person and I live like it's my last day and I try to make everything like amazing.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
That's something I'd love to learn from you. But I don't know, they are like, you already got your next life like easy, especially we get to hear this from our parents. Already you got your orko life ma samme dukha paउँछ भन्ने खालको हुन्छ नि. And I don't know if there is afterlife or not, but having said that, I feel like life is so much about present. अहिले नै खुशी छैन भने भोलिको कसरी ग्यारेन्टी दिने, पास्टमा चाहिँ भयो भइसक्यो. Like be happy with what you have right now is what I believe in. So I think, I don't know, that's how you should be living.
It's power of now, Every time you're anxious or you overthink or you feel stressful, just know that everything is temporary. There's no past and there's no future. I mean, there is, but when you have to console yourselves, just remember everything is in the present, and if I'm all right now, I think I'll be all right. So I think that's how you ground yourself. It's a grounding exercise. Yeah. But we're humans. We feel emotions.
I would really want you to give everyone who's watching us right now a couple of tips. Life is like a roller coaster ride. It's so uncertain, And there are times when you're so low, there are times when you're so high. Do you have any tips, any suggestions to balance your emotions, balance your thought process, how you feel, and everything? Guys, stop. I mean, like not a perfect balance, but suggestion if you could give. You could like stay grounded and everything. What suggestions you would love to give?
The first one would be, always remember nothing is temporary, right? I'm human, because I also go through lots of ups and downs, but it's more about I work on it. I try to, how do I say it more? How I brace myself. Yeah, just remember everything is temporary and this too shall pass. Good and the bad. So त्यो भयो भने एकदम माथिदैन good times मा अनि एकदम आतिदैन के bad times. You'll always be like एउटै state of mind मा, and you'll know how to process your emotions. Second would be, if you feel difficulty about something, go and share with people you trust. I think you have to believe in friends and family, and you have to always make sure कि म एक्लै हो, I can do everything on my own, मलाई कोही चाहिँदैन. That's not true because we're social beings and sharing, communicating, like you said, comprehending it in a good way always helps. Yeah, I think that's the best tip I can give.
Wow, that's really important पनि. And yeah, दुवै कुरा चाहिँ हामीले यदि आत्मसात गर्न सक्यो भने चाहिँ life becomes much more easier. किनभने हामी हरेक कुरालाई we tend to take it very serious and too much to our heart. कि सानो केही भयो नि यहाँ कप खसेर फुट्यो भने you can always replace that. But what we feel like is त्यो कुराले हामी पुरा दिनै खराब गरिदिन्छौँ हुन्छ नि. यस्तो भयो प्यानोको स्टार्टै यस्तो भयो अब जे पनि यस्तो हुन्छ. We tend to take things in a different tangent अनि माइन्डमा नै त्यो कुरा खेलाउँछ नि. जस्तो I didn't want to bring this up because you've talked a lot about this in your past interviews about manifesting and everything. My friends believe a lot in manifesting. के manifest गर्यो भने यस्तो हुन्छ. मलाई चाहिँ manifest भन्दा नि त्यो तिमीले काम गरिरह हुन्छ नि त त्यसको लागि. जस्तो अहिले you get even if you've opened TikTok you see a lot of posts regarding manifesting the love of your life, manifesting the job you want. मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भने जब तिमीले केही चिज चाहन्छौ you work on that. के अब जस्तो if you want a yellow car you spot a yellow car भन्छन् because you consciously start looking for opportunities and you work on that and you actually get that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's how it happens.
I believe in that as well. My life manifestation is like just you said. If I want something, obviously my subconscious mind like take kura khojcha, right? And then I start to work on it. Yellow card chaheko pani म के गर्छु पैसा कमाउन थाल्छु, saving गर्न थाल्छु, yellow cards हरु हेर्न थाल्छु. It's like एउटा vision set गरेर त्यो कुरालाई अब motivation को रूपमा लानेलाई manifestation भन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ. That's what I believe as well. अब yeah, I think यो internet र social media ले सबै कुरालाई यस्तो hype up गरिदिन्छ हैन अनि people just sit down and they think everything's going to happen for them, and the sad reality is it won't. Okay,
you'll have to work on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Work on it. You're not going to get anything in life. True. Oh my god. अनि हुन्छ नि it's so यो सोचेर बस्यो भने यस्तो हुन्छ. I don't think सोचेर बसेर हुने हो. It's because you work on it.
Yeah, so that's more about your thought becomes your reality once again. If you want to be happy, if you start thinking about happy moments, you start feeling happier. Timi jolly huncha. If you want to be sad, timi physically timro sadness dekhincha.
Hareक kurale will make you sad.
Whatever you do is your thought. You decide to come to the studio, it's your thought, right? Oh, I have to go and do it. So I think thought becomes reality. And manifestation ko kurama pani sochne bhaneko is just the beginning. Okay, people don't go into like full research about how it works, but they just think ki tyo sochne is the like entirely completion of manifestation. But then it's the beginning of manifestation.
Sometimes don't you feel like human brain is so powerful? So लाग्दैन? Definitely. I feel like कस्तो powerful छ हाम्रो दिमाग जस्तो लाग्छ. किनभने हुन्छ नि एउटै रोग पनि हैन एउटै इन्टेन्सिटीमा कसैलाई लागेको छ भने हैन म ठीक हुन्छु, मलाई ठीक हुनु छ भन्ने मान्छेको रिकभरी रेट र हैन म त अब यसैले गर्दा मर्छु भन्ने मान्छेको रिकभरी रेट इज so different. So I feel like our human brain, the way we take things, the way we battle with our own anxieties, our own issues is so different. Just like, don't you feel like
yeah, because our brain waves works with signals, right? And our thoughts later, our command garne. Our brain le command garne. So nervous system works that way. So like you said, our health or our well-being pani, it's everything is your thought. Okay, I think kati problems are solved if you know how to, not let your brain command you, but you become strong enough to command your brain that what you want. So yeah, it's everything is science, but as well as everything is interesting. I don't know how do you define it. But
कसैलाई एउटै चीजमा मात्र इन्भल्भ हुन पनि कति गाह्रो भइरहन्छ नि. There are people who work 9 to 5 job जसको एउटै मोनोटोनस रुटिन हुन्छ अनि त्योबाट बाहिर निस्केर म यो सिक्न सक्छु या यो गर्न सक्छु भन्ने एउटा एनर्जी नै हुँदैन नि. And there are people like you who are into so many things. You're into management, event planning, you're into podcast, you're into tarot card reading, you're learning crystal reading and a lot more to that. You're trying to reach out to people, trying to hear their stories, trying to bring out their stories, which is not an easy job, So I feel like it's so much in your head, what you're trying to bring out, what you're trying to do भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हैन र?
Yeah, true. Absolutely. It's a struggle, but at the same time, I find so much joy in doing that. You know, मलाई एकदम monotonous या mundane कुराहरूले एकदम चाँडै bore गराउँछ के अनि I need something to fuel my mind every time. And I cannot like stay quietly and like relaxed भएर okay, I'm doing this job, मेरो salary आइरहेछ, this is my life, I want to get married and settled. I don't know, something inside me is like, no, you're meant for some bigger things in life. There's a purpose, you know.
Wow.
It's just
I
a
got
constant
goosebumps.
reminder.
I don't know why. When you said that, I got goosebumps. Okay, your last line got me goosebumps.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, bless you
wow.
for that.
I hope whatever you're wishing and praying for, it just comes true, happens true. That's so interesting. Funny. I get so excited when I meet people like you, because you guys have got so much to share and so different view about things, so different perspective about a lot of things, and it's actually interesting the way to view world from a different perspective.
Also.
You believe in science, I know you believe
of course.
everything happens because it has a reason behind it. Let's go. Share about that.
I was a science student. Maths, physics, biology. I thought I'll be a point a medical student in plan. I wanted to study medicine, you know. And still more like interest, but I think I'm healing people in a different way now.
True.
Yeah, I'm a believer of science. And I try to usually always relate your understanding or your research about these things. Science and relate and I think even astrology it's all mathematics, you know, it's all formulas and it's all about calculation and stuff. So about सबैजनाहरु expert हुनुहुन्न, कतिजनाले एकदम limited knowledge लिएर चाहिँ they try to, you know, portray like okay, they know about things, हैन. So I think you being open to criticism, open enough to like learn more and you know, त्यो कुराले चाहिँ अलिकति आफुलाई पनि knowledgeable बनाउँछ के. अब you ask me like science र यसलाई कसरी relate गर्ने भनेर. अब साइन्सले एनर्जीलाई एनर्जीमा बिलिभ गर्छ, साइन्सले युनिभर्समा बिलिभ गर्छ, ग्यालेक्सिजमा प्लानेट्सहरुमा बिलिभ गर्छ, ग्राभिटेशनल फोर्समा बिलिभ गर्छ. सो युजुअली रिडिङहरुमा पनि एनर्जीकै कुरा त हो, बट इन अ डिफरेन्ट फर्म, यु नो. वी डोन्ट युज फर्मुलाज हियर, वी डोन्ट सल्भ हाइपोथेसिस हियर, बट एट द सेम टाइम वी ट्राई टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड इट फ्रम आवर इन्ट्युसन, गट फिलिङ. अनि I think biggest discoveries inventions पनि सुरुमा गर्ने बेलामा मान्छेहरुले like crazy बनाछ, question गरेछ, but when they proved it, अनि for example पहिला okay हाम्रो अर्थ को कुराहरु गर्नु पर्दा सनले, you know, सनको ग्राभिटेशनल फोर्सले गर्दा चाहिँ कन्ट्रोल हुन्छ डे एन्ड नाइट, त्यो कति कुरा इन्टरप्रिटेसन र हिस्ट्रीमा छ नि त, अनि that was never proven, you know, but with time ए हो है भनेपछि now people believe in it. It's the same thing, okay? I think kati kura is beyond our understanding of what we were taught or books are published bhako bhanda. It's an ongoing process of discovery. I don't know, like kati vague bhayeko explanation.
The more you get into it, the more you get to know and the more things come out. You know? Have you ever felt like there is something that you would want people to know, that you want to come out? You could have said, if I had a chance, 1 minute of fame, Manzani. If you had a chance and you had to share something, your heart out, what is that thing that you would love to share with everyone?
I've always been interested in women and children ko lagi kaam garnu. मेरो ultimate goal is to, you know, work towards women empowerment. I don't believe in radical feminism. Rather, what I believe in is women should have equal rights. And at the same time, children are the most vulnerable group of people in the community, right? And I really want to work for women and children. Ani मेरो लागि life is more about making change, you know. Ani एउटा सानो story, when I was in grade 8 or 9, म एउटा ट्रेनिङ मा जान्थे के. अनि मलाई चाहिँ सबैजनालाई सोध्नु भएको थियो क्वेशन, तिम्रो एम के हो, what do you want to become when you're like bigger, old enough भएपछि. अनि सबैजना I want to become a doctor, engineer थियो. अनि I stood there and I was like, I just want to help people, you know. And I was made fun of, okay? I still remember. एकदमै अहिले पनि हिट गर्छ त्यो कुरा. I was told कि तिमी aimless, you don't have an aim, you don't have a dream. कहाँ पुग्छौ तिमी यसरी? And I just looked at them and I thought like, you know, I think being able to be there for people and help them is the biggest form of purpose one can understand. And for years I thought like I was not good enough, maybe मेरो aim नै छैन, I'm aimless. And त्यो एउटा sentence hit me so hard. हिजो पनि म सुत्ने बेलामा सम्झिरहेको थिएँ कि man, choice of words भन्छ नि कस्तो impact गर्छ. And now I look at myself and I think whatever I've achieved or whatever I've earned is all because I'm there for people, you know. मेरो ममा भएको empathy ले गर्दा नै म यो ठाउँमा छु के. बाँकी कुरा भनेको we do it because we want to live a normal happy life. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
I'm so touched whatever you said. And I'll always keep this in mind, the way you use your words, the way you use your words to express yourself and try to, when you try to talk to people, you know, it matters a lot. एउटा wordले पनि को मान्छेलाई कति असर गर्छ भन्ने कुरा हामी यादै गरिरहेको हुँदैनौँ हैन, तर it just affects a lot. And yeah, I really want to soak that in. And thank you so much for coming. And मलाई चाहिँ अझै धेरै कति कुरा गर्न मन लाग्छ जस्तो भइरहेछ, but Manoj will kill me.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. And it was lovely talking to you. I hope I'll get to see you really very soon.
Definitely, we'll meet by outside the studio. And we'll
and I'll come to like get a reading
done.
Yeah. I'll get an appointment and I'll come and then I'll see what's coming next in my life, Panera. So we'll do that. So we'll have to say goodbye to you all. Thank you so much once again for coming. Thank you so much for your time and everything. And I can feel that positive energy radiating all over the place, and I hope it just remains like that.
Thank you so much for having me. It was, you know, last time okay, but so 11:11 back when I replied to you the text. Are you available for the interview?
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I was like, what? I need to request my and usually my I don't know, some Nindra busy and I khole and taka my reply hello at the 11:11 baris. I'm like, wow.
Oh my god, I didn't notice that. I really want to check that. For now, everyone, have a lovely time ahead. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much everyone for watching. Have a lovely time. Bye-bye.